Hello everyone, my name is Fad. Link today I'm gonna watch another video. It's called The Darkest Pokemon Game You've Never Played. This animation was made by Jaden Animations. Link in the description down below, it leads to her channel. I'm actually excited to watch this because I recently finished the Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke challenge. I lost like 6-5 Pokemons, especially 2 or 3 at the last champion fight. It was pretty much a disaster at that point, but I managed to do it, barely. So yeah, we're gonna do this. Without further ado, let me just adjust everything and push play.
I've played a lot of Pokemon in my days, and
Obviously
by that,
you did.
I mean I've played the same Pokemon game with various different skins.
Yep,
I'm
you
here
did.
Today to showcase one of, if not the most unique ideas for a Pokemon game Nintendo has published for our tiny little hearts, and that game is called Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Interesting.
XD. A bit unfortunate,
Vulpix,
but it came out in 2005,
Vaporeon.
so they get a pass. Why am I talking about it? I think it's an underground game not enough people know about. It does something different, kind of shakes up the formula. It's constantly overshadowed by its predecessor, Pokemon Coliseum. And yeah, okay, I played it as a kid. I'm very biased. Is that what you wanted? If you've not heard of it or played it, you're
Jigglypuff.
in for a treat today. The game opens up to a cargo boat, the SS Libra, out at sea, where we find the captain and guy who steers standing at the helm. All is calm and serene when suddenly they get swatted. And it's not no ordinary SWAT today, folks. No, sir. This is a Lugia SWAT. They run out to see what's going on, and the captain looks
Wow.
up and makes this face as if he wants to kiss Lugia passionately on the lips. But Lugia's not here for kisses. He's
Jeez,
here
Lugia.
for the opposite of kisses, which is crime. He hyper beams the cargo ship and then steals it. You heard me right, just blasts the thing point blank.
I mean,
and
I knew
takes it
that
away.
Lugia is
Lugia's
big, but
ship
I
now,
did not
but
expect
presumably
Lugia
only
to be
2
this
people on
big.
the entire boat fall into the water and are left to just drown in the ocean, I guess. Well, that was a bit raw. What are we, a minute in and 2 people are dead? Gen 10 could never. Hard cut to me because that's more important. You play as this boy kid named Michael, but actually his name is Jaden now because that's me. The game throws you into the middle of this intense looking
Salamence
fight between
versus-
the Salamence and Metagross. Both
Yep,
level
Salamence
50.
and
I don't know
Metagross.
where I am, what the stakes are, who I am. But
I'd
this
prefer
battle seems
Salamence to
really important and
Metagross.
tough, so I'm gonna give it my all and immediately Oko it. I did it! Screen goes black. I open my eyes, everything's blurry. Wake up, Jaden, you've been in a coma for 15 years. Turns out I live in a friendly laboratory run by this Professor Crane and his lab guys. I get up and the guy running the battle simulation tells me how good of a battler I've become. Oh, thanks, man.
Oh,
and he
Eevee.
immediately negs me by telling me it's about time I go out and get myself more Pokemon besides my one lame Eevee. Backhanded compliment at a child,
Seriously?
but I'll take it, I think. I go into Crane's office where him and my mom are talking, and he says he heard from the battle coach that my battling skills have improved dramatically, and how proud he is of me. To which my own mom tells him to stop giving me compliments and praise because I'm gonna end up spoiled rotten. I don't know what kind of a response that is to a child receiving praise. Either I'm already a cocky little bastard, or I'm being currently emotionally neglected by everyone in this building. Whatever it is, I don't think it's healthy for my mental development. To make this mother look even worse, we realize her only other child, Joby, is missing and no one is looking for her. The world is only filled with overpowered wild rabbit animals and crazy people. No, I'm sure it's fine you haven't started looking for her. Keep doing what you're doing. I get a lead saying she really likes hanging out with family friend mad scientist Dr. Kaminko, so I head over to his house and I'm about to knock on his creepy door when this tiny little blind man, Chobin, the doctor's assistant, walks up and is like, "Burglar!" and challenges me to a battle, to which I win because he only has a level 5 Sunkern. Joby comes out and is like, "Oh, hi, big brother, it's Joby. Did you get lost, big brother? Silly big brother, Joby will guide you back home."
Jesus.
Alright, I see why no one was looking for her now. We return home to the lab and they present me with a snag machine. A machine
Ooh.
that allows the user to catch shadow Pokemon, which are Pokemon that have been so abused that they turn evil. Now, they're saying
Damn.
they haven't seen or heard of any shadow Pokemon that exist anymore because they've all been purified years ago. But who knows when they could start popping up again? Better be safe than sorry. Bam! Some guys from a secret organization called Cypher bust into the lab, beat everyone up, steal Professor Crane, show off their shadow Pokemon, and run off to their secret base to never be seen again.
Damn. That was fast.
Well, I'll be. The lab is in shambles, not knowing what to do, but then decides they're gonna complete their purification chamber in his honor because shadow Pokemon are back and they want to do something about it. They send me off to this seaside town, Gadion Port, to retrieve a machine part they need, and Joby pesters our mom to come with because Joby doesn't think I can handle going out on my own, and Joby needs to hold my hand and guide her big brother the whole way. Okay, not only does this little snot talk in the third person for no reason, maybe our mom didn't care enough to get us any education. Perhaps she was worried the teacher would give us a compliment, heaven forbid. But she's also the most annoying character I've ever witnessed in any media, and I've watched an episode of My Hero Academia with the Grape Kid in it. We go to Galliport, and not 2 seconds pass until Joby pisses off this random guy, Zook, who happens to be the buffest man in the world. He's about to punt her, and I'm about to do nothing about it, when this old man and his color-coded henchmen step in and obliterate his Shadow Zangoose.
Oh, Alakazam.
I was about to be free of everything that is bad in my life, and you took that away from me. We get the.
Was that Alakazam or Abracadabra?
Tells me about this spot
no, it wasn't Kadabra. It was Alakazam. Yeah.
Naturally purify Pokemon. I don't know why you're making your own purifying chamber then, when there's a rock that already does that. I go to Agate, and this very enthusiastic man with a Pikachu shows me the stone, and I'm like, cool. To which he's like, by the way, my friend Vander might know where Cypher took Crane. Oh. Okay. I go talk to Vander and he points to this random spot in the desert on my map and is like, oh, they're right here. I saw them. What were you doing out there? That's literally just sand. Wow, would you look at that? A headquarters. Huh. I start infiltrating the base, battling all the groups that fall from the ceiling, snagging any shadow Pokemon I find, until I reach Pink Hatsune Miku, who's trying to get information out of Crane about purifying shadow Pokemon. I battle her and win, which means I get to unkidnap him, and while heading out, I find this data ROM on the ground. Huh. This seems very important and like it has a lot of secret information about Cypher on it.
True.
Convenient. Crane returns to the lab and everyone's happy, and then they send me to Pyrite Town to find Net, a guy that should be able to crack the ROM and access all the information.
Minecraft.
So I head there and he's like, yeah,
Minecraft squared.
Smile. While he's hacking it, I go out and play around in a random cave and run into Mirror B. This guy doesn't do much in this game, honestly, but I just want to make sure you know he exists and listen to his music.
Ok, logiquement. Okay. Vaporeon and Zapron.
I go check on Net again, and Cypher's busted and beat everyone up and kidnapped another person. Have you guys min-maxed how to kidnap people or something? You're 2 for 2 at this point, and are scarily efficient at it. They tried a hostage situation the data ROM back, and even though I beat up this big man and take all his shadow Pokemon, Net still wusses out and gives the ROM back. He thought he was being 2 steps ahead because he saved all the information on his server already, but Cypher just logs on and deletes everything anyway. Net says the only thing he remembers from the ROM was that Cypher was behind the disappearance of the SS Libra, and they're about to attack this city nearby called Fennec, and someone needs to go warn them.
Obviously.
I guess I'm just Mr. Scooter across the desert and save everyone today, aren't I? I head to Fennec to warn the mayor about the attack, and as soon as I arrive, this lady hits me with a confetti cannon, congratulates me on being the millionth visitor to the city, and shoos me away to celebrate at Real Gam Tower. I try to get around her because this is important, but she's determined to gatekeep me no matter what I do. So I just go there and realize she literally sent a child to illegally gamble his life away. Wow! No one in this region likes children, do they? After not being able to figure out how to play bingo, I head back, sneak into the mayor's house, distract his house sitter with music, and find out the mayor was trying to write a note to Justy, the city's gym leader, warning him about the Cypher attack. I don't know why the mayor was trying to ask this random gym guy to help, but he was kidnapped halfway through writing it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Cypher realizes I now know what's up, and everyone in town reveals themselves to be disguised Cypher grunts. Oh my god, they kidnapped the entire town. I don't care what kind of organization you're from. If you can successfully kidnap a village, you've earned my respect. I beat up Cypher, rescue their shadow Pokemon, and free literally everyone in the town who is locked in the city basement. Justy says he saw something suspicious going on in the desert and points to another random
His name is Justy,
on my map
not Justin.
Honestly,
interesting.
How are all these people just stumbling onto these shenanigans in the middle of the desert? And why are they able to give the latitude longitude of these locations after finding them? This has got to be like tens of miles out from any sort of civilization. This is where people run out of gas in their car and then shrivel up and die before anyone can find them. Why were you here? Wow. Yep, that's the cargo ship. How did you find this? All right, what is so enthralling about this desert that crime and vigilante justice is constantly going on in every square inch of this place? Cypher's running around on the ship, and after I take their shadow Pokemon and chase them out, this group of strangers calling themselves Team Snag'em walks up and roofies me. I wake up, realize they stole my snag machine. This random old man who just started living in the wrecked boat said he saw them head off in that direction and points to the middle of nowhere on my map again. You people are beyond me. I show up and wow, another headquarters for crime. I make my way to their head honcho, Gonzap, who's trying to put on my snag machine, but he's too big and muscular and adult, and since I am a child, it does not fit on his giant muscle arm. He pretty much gives up,
Oh
asks
my
if
god,
I want to join
Gonzap.
Team Snag'em. I say yes, but he fights me
I like
anyway.
how
After
the
I
team
beat
is
him,
called
he's like,
Snag'em.
actually, you can have your
Like
own thing
in
back.
snag
We're not
something.
enemies.
Like
Awesome.
kidnap. Catch.
So why am
Capture.
I here? You drugged me, stole my stuff, and then just called friendship and gave it back. I find Cypher's shadow
Makes
Pokemon
sense.
factory and walk up to the
Oh
actual
my
biggest
God.
men I've ever seen in the world. How naive I was to think Zook was big. Foolish me. Anyway, they're about to beat me TF up when Gonzap shows up, expresses his devotion to our newly blossoming friendship, and roofies them for me.
Wow.
Thanks, man. You're really consistent at that. I go inside and climb to the roof where their power generator is. There's a tiny little.
There's
piece
so many
of paper
weird
there that
Pokemon
says,
games out
Use
there.
system lever to adjust
The story is
voltage. Do not
sometimes
raise voltage
ridiculous.
too high. Crank! A guy comes out and starts yelling at me with his Pokemon when the tiny old man who accidentally ruined my life in Port comes on screen and is like, I'm evil and creating a Pokemon that's unpurifiable. Come get me. This is my IP address. I need to cross the ocean to get to him because he's basically on evil Hawaii. So I take this Robo Kyogre from Kaminko, speedboat my
Wow.
way there, and you guessed it, fight everyone in the building/volcano until I get
Jesus,
to the big little
Jolteon.
man. After fighting an entire country's worth of people, I find him. His name's Greevil, by the way. And he's
Greevil.
like, I'm surprised
Devil.
you made it this far. Ha 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 ha. Well, I'm busy, don't bother me. And blocks me with a giant pane of glass. Honestly, out of all the fictional villains I've seen, this is surprisingly decently reasonable. But I'm not gonna just sit here and stare at him behind the glass like a goldfish at PetSmart. So I just walk around and use the side door, which really sets him off. I mean, dude, either lock the door or don't have it. This is just what doors do. Greevil's
Yes.
like, you blew up our shadow Pokemon factory, you got past my glass. That's it. I'm summoning Shadow Lugia, the first Pokemon to ever be unpurifiable. Come forth and obliterate this small boy. To which I just Master Ball it. Really overlooked that one, didn't you, mate? He may not be purifiable, but he's mine now. Greevil gets so beyond pissed that he decides to open his creepy eyes and fight me himself. And I was surprised to realize not only does he have a team of all shadow Pokemon, but he
Wow.
somehow nabbed Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. I'll be honest, it was
All
a
these
really,
three
really hard
Pokemons were in
fight
Pokemon
because
Sword
shadow
DLC.
Pokemon are super effective against all non-shadow Pokemon. I don't know how it took me this long to tell you that, but that's how it works. So instead of trying to catch them all like I've been doing
Moltres
this whole
in
time,
Pokemon Sword was
I really
okay.
just beat them up and they ran away.
Zapdos
So I win.
was
Cypher
a, was
has
a piece of
officially
shit.
lost everything,
Articuno was
And
okay.
it's all because of me, the little boy. Blue henchman runs up to Greevil and is like, "Sir, I have a plan. Let's blow up the island with the kid on it." Which is like, oh my god.
How it
And then
does.
red henchman is like, okay, that's a bit too far, man. Dad, let's go home. Yeah, they pulled the I'm your father/son twist on us, but it has very little effect on me because I do not care about these people. Anyway, they decided to not blow up the island with me on it and stop being evil, I think.
No.
I'm like 60% sure. And then happy
No.
ending, I just go home. So what do you think? For some reason, I really liked the game as a kid. I never actually beat it because I didn't know how to get past the gatekeeping woman in Fennec. glad I figured it out this time. I also wanted to mention how lively the animations are in this game. Sure, some of the Pokemon look god-awful. They gave Houndour human knees that bend forward, but they're all just so expressive and show so much care and personality. It may be pretty sad the current games don't show this much passion, but I guess that's just what makes
I feel like she should play more of these Pokemon
the game
games.
was fun and
And
weird.
then make
I liked
animations
it.
on them.
See ya.
Hey, it's been a while. Anyway.
I mean, that game looked ridiculous to me, considering the fact that's how Jaden described it. I mean, like, I'd never played Pokemon game apart from the Sword and the one that has Arceus in them as the main god Pokemon or whatever. I forgot the name of it. It's a very recent one. I forgot. So yeah, that was the animation by Jaden Animations, the darkest Pokemon game you've never played. If you enjoyed it, then please hit the like button. With all of you might subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell. Today has been Link with you, and bye bye.